Hello, and welcome to this audio journal I call a podcast. Once again, you don't have to ignore the beeps. I put on my seatbelt. Through listening to the other episodes, although the beeps eventually stop, I can see how they would annoy others as they listen to this, or as they want to listen to this, if someone listens to this. So I'm going to have lunch with my dad today, and then I'm going to DoorDash, and I figure leaving right now would be the perfect time for a day drive ramble, because I got like about an hour. I don't think this whole episode is going to take about an hour, an entire hour to do. I think that the way I'm going to structure things with the show is that day drive rambles and night drive rambles that don't have to do with any topic in particular are going to be like cathartic things where like I kind of do some self-reflection. And once again, that's for my own mental health. That's not to get rich and famous. So on this day drive, I want to talk about a dream I had when I went to sleep last night. Okay, so last night, when I went to sleep, I had this dream where I was in church, and I saw this guy that looked like a previous boss that I had, and we kind of exchanged hostilities in the form of words, and I ended up like just wailing on him. I pieced him up pretty bad in my dream, and then like I drug him into a bathroom and gave him a swirly. And any other time in my life, I would have been like, wow, that was an awesome dream. I wish I could dream like that every night. And now things are different, because I was actually like mortified of that dream, because it I saw it for what it is. It's evil. I don't want to just randomly attack other people. Like, I don't want to like beat up other people. It's not something I want to do. And I felt like in the past, was that ever really me? Was that ever my heart? Was I ever like this violent person that wanted to hurt people? Or was that another thing that corrupted me? I am a Christian. I don't necessarily believe in the devil. I believe in God. I believe the devil and evil and all that stuff are just a force of man that they're not personified like God is, that they're just a force. And that's why, like, somebody kind of explained to me the mark of the beast 666, as in on the sixth day God made man, so they're elevating man above God. That doesn't sound like a comparable force to God that some people believe Satan, the devil, etc. is. And that's just my personal beliefs, and I believe that this want to do harm is part of that corrupting force. This want to do harm that the force gave to me. And I think it stems from when I was a kid, like I got picked on and stuff, and I wanted to be on the other side of it. Like I just wanted to be on the other side of it. I didn't like being on the receiving end. And, you know, I've gotten past that, thankfully. I mean, there's still some people that would categorize me as a bully, just simply because of their history with me. And, you know, that's fine. I can't really control people's perceptions of me. And it's my fault that they even had that perception to begin with. So, it's so strange to me that not that long ago, I would have loved that dream. I would have been like, yeah, I put the boots to this guy that looks like my boss, and I gave him a swirly. So I added insult to injury. And now, it makes me sick. It actually turned out to be a nightmare. Ugh. Disgusting. Hurting people like that. I needed to talk about that dream because it was just in my mind. And it was weighing on me how much, like, after the fact, that it's actually very disturbing to dream something like that. So, I guess, because this is essentially a story time thing, story time channel, which, you know, cool. Guess I should talk about a good dream. But I don't really know of a good dream that I have. I more or less have, like, bizarre dreams. Like, one time I dreamed that I was in, like, my long-term, best friend's, like, I was with my long-term best friend, and we were in class in high school, and, like, we had to do, like, a project, and then when we got off to the project, he, like, took his face off, the skin of his face off, and turned it backwards, and then put it back on. And I was like, whoa, what is that? And everyone kind of got a big kick out of that dream. My roommate, like, he's big into talking about his dreams sometimes. That might be another good episode to have him on. He will be on, I I think Tuesday. He said he definitely wanted to do it. Mainly to talk about the legalism that the Skulls and Shackles GM was enforcing on everybody in Skulls and Shackles. I guess dreams aren't really a good topic, other than just talking about that one that disturbed me last night. I kind of want to talk. I guess I want to talk about lust. This probably isn't going to be the best episode, but the rule is I recorded it, so it gets uploaded. At no point have I gone insane and started screaming racial slurs, so it's got to go up. I want to talk about lust. I have this friend. He's very much a man of earthly pleasures, let's say. Big time gambler, big time pornography user. He's addicted to gambling, he's addicted to pornography, and he in his history has taken the patronage of his patronage to sex workers. Once again, I don't condemn anybody. Only one guy was perfect, and he loves everybody, and he forgives everybody. So why should I condemn a single person? So, yeah, he's taken patronage with prostitutes, and he's constantly like I know in the previous day drive I said I don't really think I know what it means to be in love. I know for a fact this guy doesn't. So he once takes patronage with a masseuse. God forgive me for this. I haven't revealed his name or anything, so it's not exactly detraction, but it is somewhat detraction. And God, you shouldn't do this, but I feel like it's necessary. So he takes the patronage of this masseuse that like masturbates you. I don't want to use the vulgar terms. Sorry. She like masturbates you, and that's about it. Like, no other sexual contact other than her hand on your hang down. And after that encounter he had, he says that he's in love with this woman. And we go, are you sure? Because all she did was, masturbate you. This is so silly, but I feel on using vulgarities. So I'm going to use these silly clinical terms and anti-curse words, I guess, to describe things. All she did was masturbate you, like, and, like, you also had to pay her for that, so, like, I don't think you should be saying that you're in love with her. And he goes, whatever, you guys don't know what you're talking about. And then he says, next time I see her, I'm going to offer her more money to ride me. And we go, all right, dude, you do you. And so he goes to his next appointment. We come back and we talk to him afterwards, and we're like, so, are you still in love with this woman? And he goes, no. I offered her money to ride me, and she said no. So no. So that's a clear indication that he doesn't know what being in love is. And like I said, I'm not sure I know either, but I know that what he was experiencing was not being in love. He also said something similar to a woman who is no longer with us, sadly. She had a very sad life, and I'm deeply repentant on the time I had known her, because I wasn't a good person when I had known her. And I don't want to go that much further into this woman's life, but another time I think I will have to, because I think it's going to be necessary for my redemption to explain what had happened. It's not too terrible, but it's not good. So he was in love with this woman, and this woman also engaged in sex work, and he paid her for her services, and he was like, I'm in love with her. And we were like, I like, once again, it's doubtful, because alls it seems that it takes for this guy to quote unquote fall in love with a woman is to I'm low on gas. That was what the noise was. Alls it seems to get this guy to fall in love with a woman is some sort of sexual contact. Now, there's times where he's said this because a woman was somewhat nice to him at work, but all in all, he just bandies about the term I'm in love rather frequently. So after he's hired this woman for her sexual services, he professes he's in love with her, like I said, and he says that he's deeply in love with her, and then he hires her again, and I guess the experience wasn't as good as the first experience, and he decides he's not in love with her anymore, and then he, because he's such a slave to his earthly desires, he keeps like contacting this woman in order to buy her services, and eventually the woman stops responding to him because he's contacting her in an obsessive manner, and which causes him, from what I believe he did, I don't know, he potentially sent her verbally abusive text messages. That's what I think happened. Because, when I asked him why he, when I basically asked the belief, is well, then why did you send her all those mean text messages? He says, I regret that. And this was when she was still alive. And he said, so he sent her these mean text messages, and she ends up having relations with another guy we know who used to be our boss. Well, okay, my roommate worked for the guy at one point. I worked for the guy at one point. And the gentleman I'm talking about worked for the guy at one point as well. So this guy effectively was our boss at one point or another for everybody involved. And the sex worker also worked for him at one point as well. You know what? I'm not going to call her the sex worker. I'm going to call her the woman of the story. The woman of this story worked for him at one point. And she had relations with the boss. And what I believe happened, I'm not going to say this happened, this is what I believe happened, is that the gentleman of earthly desires found out about this relations with the boss and said some more verbally abusive things to the woman, and she ended up blocking him. And after she blocked him, the gentleman of earthly desires became deeply hurt by being blocked. However, he did it to himself. I know he personally hates the phrase, you did it to yourself. He once did something that had career consequences, and I told him, look, it sucks, but you did it to yourself. And he kept repeating, I did it to myself, as an attempt to guilt trip me. He has a bad habit of throwing pity parties. So he is emotionally injured by this, of him being blocked. And one day, I think it was Christmas Eve. Yes, it was Christmas Eve. I had just had dinner with my mother, and I was driving home because my mother lives in a different town than I do. She lives a bit up this highway called Georgia 400. And so, like, we meet somewhere along Georgia 400 to have dinner, and that's just what we do. Like, I'm making a point to have dinner with my mom more than a handful of times, because it used to be Christmas time, her birthday, Mother's Day, and that was it. But now I'm going to try and see my mother for dinner twice a month. I think that'll be good. But yeah, regardless, I was driving home from having dinner with my mother, and I get a text message from the guy of Earthly Desires, and he goes, he's on a cruise ship, and he has to pay money to send text messages out. And for whatever reason, he chooses me. And here's the thing. I make fun of him the most at this point. I was the one that was making fun of him the most, like, hitting him below the belt. Like, I was not trying to, like, hurt the guy's feelings or anything, but I was, like, you know, for lack of a better term, busting his balls more than everybody else. And I guess he knew that I do have strong feelings of guilt at points, even before I was Christian. I would feel guilty about doing bad things. And so he contacts me from the cruise ship, and he says, it's my birthday, and all I want for my birthday is the woman's forgiveness and her to send me a happy birthday message. And I said to him, I can't do that. Like, I can't send, I had, quit Facebook for many years. Like, I quit it, just simply because, like, I felt like, it was making me a toxic person. And now it's just some sort of abyss, and I don't like it regardless. I'm much more of an X person and an Instagram person, because, like, it feels like it's got new life on those. Like, but Facebook, yeah. I had left Facebook because I felt like it was making me a toxic person at that point. And so I was not about to get on to Facebook and track the woman down. And because, like, once again, I didn't have the best relationship with this woman. I was gonna so I wasn't about to get on Facebook, track the woman down, and say, hey, forgive the gentleman of Earthly Desires. He didn't know what he was doing. Unblock him and wish him a happy birthday, please. Because, like, A, coming from me, she's not gonna do it. She has no reason to do it. And B, I have no idea that what mean things the gentleman of Earthly Desires said. He confesses to saying mean things, but I don't know exactly what they are. I was kind of doing an interrogator move when I got him to reveal that he did say mean text messages, send mean text messages to the woman. And like I said, I told him I wasn't going to do it. And then he said he just pleaded with me and pleaded with me and pleaded with me. So I guess to ease his thing and get him to shut up, I made a fake profile of a customer that me and my friends at the pizza delivery shop all hated, and sent her a message that said, "Hey, I'm friends with the gentleman of Earthly Desires, and he says he's sorry. Please forgive him." And I sent the message, and obviously she didn't unblock him or anything. So yeah, I regret that, and I don't regret doing that. That was just to get the gentleman of Earthly Desires to shut up. Messaging the woman, kind of a net neutral thing. It probably mildly annoyed her, because she probably thought the gentleman of Earthly Desires made the profile. Also, she worked at the same pizza shop, and knew this customer, and probably also didn't like this customer, because he's very particular. He's a very conflicted individual. Just kind of picture Christian Weston Chandler, or Christine Weston Chandler now, as someone that doesn't have an internet platform, and just orders pizzas delivered to his house, and is deathly afraid of a courtesy item that comes with the pizza. Such goofy things I'm having to say, or not to reveal things. Like when I revealed that I live in Georgia, by Atlanta, when I revealed that I live in Metro Atlanta, I felt stupid. Even though I had said, when I listened to the video back, I had said Atlanta before I said Buckhead, which you probably could have gotten away with saying Buckhead, but I caught myself saying Buckhead. I didn't catch myself saying Atlanta beforehand. But yeah. So it was destined to not work. And the gentleman of Earthly Desires basically treated this woman as like the one that got away, or the love of his life, what have you, for a long time. Like he obsessed about her until the day she died. And he's still somewhat obsessed about her today, and he wasn't in love with the woman. I know that for a fact. I know that he simply wanted the earthly pleasure of having sex with her. That's all he wanted. And I think he does feel bad about her passing. As do I. I feel terrible about it. But he was not in love with her. He just lusted for her. He had carnal knowledge of her and wanted to have it again and again and again as much as he could. And he personally believes sex is love. They do call it making love, but I think you should say that when you have a wife. I'm not advocating against premarital sex. I really don't think that's that big of a deal, but if you're just doing it to the point where you're objectifying yourself or another person, and you're just doing it for the pleasure rather than, like, you know, any sort of love for the other person, I'm not for it. Okay, this one's got me feeling somewhat somber, but that's the point, I guess, of catharsis. I'll be back today. Today's going to be a 5 upload day, it looks like, because I'm going to do a pre-work, post-lunch with my dad recording, and a post-work recording. And I'm uploading, I've uploaded one already today, from last night. I think it was a D&D ramble. And then I have to upload a night drive that I ended up doing, even though I said I wasn't going to do it. And then I'm going to upload this and the 2 other ones, making a total of 5 uploads in one day. That's low effort, high output for you. So, at long last, if you listen to this, thank you.